it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up with another layout for the month of January using my How to Kill a Kit with Style. And because I'm back up in my normal craft room upstairs, I decided to get a bit messy and do some mixed media. So I'm creating a little bit of a mixed media background on my paper here. I've just got some white cardstock that I purchased from a local bricks and mortar scrapbooking store here where I live in Melbourne. So it's not a particular brand. It's quite thick. I think it holds up to mixed media well, not as well as Vicky Booten's mixed media foundations paper, of course, but it does the job, particularly just using acrylic paint like this. So this is just Kaisercraft cheap acrylic paint, all in sort of blue colours, and I am creating a kind of diagonal aspect here. In the end, it creates one sort of colour of paint. I had sort of wanted to do a bit of a gradient like it looks now, but by the time I've gone over it a few times with the brayer, it's all blended in together, which I don't mind. I think it looks good. It matches the collection and, you know, my title and my pictures and stuff. But it definitely, I had sort of intended it to be a little more kind of ombre effect, but that doesn't matter. Once it's dry, I know on camera it looks like you can see some difference in the colour, but when it's dry, and then when I obviously put the photos on the top, it's not quite as obvious. I do come in with my Liquitex white acrylic, what is it, ink? It's ink, right? Just for some splatters. I thought the white splatters would look cool, and they do. Show up really well on the paint. And then I go and let that dry, obviously. I actually leave it overnight, just because that's the time that I had. I didn't have time to come back, but I left it dry naturally. And then I came back the next day and created my layout. So you will see a lighting change because I'm pretty sure I had to close my curtains. It's a little hot in Melbourne at the moment. We're not used to this kind of heat. At the day that I am doing this voiceover, it's 36 degrees Celsius, or it might even be 37, which is hot for us. I know it definitely gets that hot in other parts of Australia, but for us, we don't tend to have those kind of temps very often, so it's quite warm. But that's all right. We're enjoying swimming in the pool and not spending time outside unless we're in the pool because it is a little hot. But we're definitely enjoying our pool time and making use of that, which has been great. Lincoln's gotten really confident with his swimming. We'll be back at swimming lessons this year. So next steps is hopefully him to get a bit more confident with his swimming without his flotation device. He does have one of those vesty things that helps to keep you afloat, which is great, but we don't want him to rely on that because obviously if you accidentally fall into a pool or something like that, you won't be very conveniently wearing your flotation device. So yeah, he's getting there. Right, I'm just layering up my photos. These are, as I said, this is using my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit. And so the theme for this month is a warm beverage. It's summer in Australia, so, take that with a grain of salt. I think everybody else participating in this hop is from the other side of the world, so most of the themes line up with the seasons over the other side of the world. So I'm not drinking as many warm beverages currently, but that's okay. These photos are of Lincoln playing with his tea set, which totally fits. Tea is a warm beverage. He's got water in his, obviously, and you can tell he's not wearing a shirt, so it's obviously quite warm outside. I don't actually know when these photos were taken. Did I write it on the back? September, so it's not actually even that warm of a time in Australia, but clearly it was a warm day for him to have his shirt off. And we're just having a little tea party, so totally fits the theme. So that's what we're doing. I have pulled out these photos. That was the main reason I pulled this collection to use this month, is because of these photos. I knew I wanted to scrap these photos, and his tea set's super bright, and so I knew that they would fit well. And I also get, I'll tell you that in a minute. I'll spoil the surprise. So I'm just layering up my clusters. As I said, this is using, I probably didn't say it actually, this is using the Work of Heart collection by Rosie Studio. You've used that in a few videos this month, but it has a lot of just really fun icons. It's got a lot of art related icons, but then it also just has a heap of fun kind of different icons that are just really eclectic and go quite well together. So I've got, on this layout, I've got like a skateboard and some cameras and some strawberries and a blue and black spotted leopard, I guess. And then like a bear, a purple bear, and, you know, some butterflies. Like, it's just a really eclectic collection, but I think everything just works so well together. I think Rosie Studio do a great job with their collections, particularly their recent ones. I've been really impressed, and I wish that I had more of a disposable income so I could buy more, but I don't. That's okay. I buy what I can when I can, and so I'm just figuring out where I want all of these little embellishments to go, and I will stick these down, and then I will come back and add in some other stickers and things like that. You can just see I've bought in from Doodlebug some mini doodle pops. What are they called? Tea for two. So there's like 2 little teacups and a tea bag and some sugar cubes. And I totally forgot that I had these in my stash, and I was looking for something else. I was cleaning out something and I found them, and I'm like, these are going on a page. I have had these for years. So they're from 2016. I doubt I bought them in 2016, but I definitely have had them for a really long time. So I am so proud of myself. And I was using all of the stickers. I mean, there's only 5 of them. But I was getting them all on this page. So I've added the tea bag and the 2 little sugar cubes and both of the teacups. So I think the colours match because this is such a, as I said, eclectic collection. I think the colours match really well. And then I'm going through and I'm adding a little chipboard butterfly, and then I'm going to add a couple of puffy strawberries to the page. And then I found some, I used the stickers that I've used a couple of times this month. I just am trying to use them up, and I think they match this collection really well, and I don't have very many, as I said, very many of the stickers left, and so I'm trying to get them used up. So I'm pulling them out. I don't have very many options of title left because I've, you know, used most of them. So my title's going to be Live Big. Doesn't really, doesn't mean anything, probably not, but that's what it is. And then I also add a couple of little crosses that are on this collection. I just add 1 into each cluster. Don't ask me why I didn't add more, probably because there wasn't any more on the page, but I do add 1 into each cluster, and then I'm finished. So I will show you the close-up in just a second, and then we're done. I don't add anything else, so make sure you check out the description box for anything relevant, and we will see you in our next video. Thanks guys, bye.